Hi guys, so I'm back to share another journal that I finished, and this will be going into my Etsy shop. Now this one's another hardcover kind of patchwork journal, similar to the the construction is the same as the last blue one I made, and if you didn't see that, I'll pop a link to that video below. The inside is a little bit different. It's a bit more scrappy with fabric and stuff like that. But anyway, I'll show you. And of course my battery is just going flat. Let me just plug it in. Such an amateur, 2 years later, still making rookie mistakes. Okay. And excuse all the junk on my desk. It's so messy, I need to clean it. Okay, so it's hardcover. That's the back. You can see these are being stitched on. There's a few little skippity marks like here, just because I've sewn this fabric straight onto the bookboard, which is really thick. So my little machine gets cranky now and then. See, he's skipped a few, but that's okay, that doesn't bother me. So it's the back, the side. I really love the feel of these. It feels like a big heavy chunky book. And that's the front. So I've put an vintage button there in the center of that little flower. It doesn't act as a closure or anything, it's just decorative. Okay, I'll put the size and number of pages and all that sort of stuff in the Etsy description. So the closure is just, it's a bit of, this is actually off an Indian garment. It's not sari silk, it's cotton. But it was a Indian shirt kind of thing. I don't know what to call it. Okay, so no theme, it's just kind of blue stuff, random blue stuff. I suppose that's the theme. It's got 3 signatures and hidden signatures on the spine. Oh, I didn't show. Got 2 little dangles from the center signature. One is a little blue bead, transparent blue bead, and one is a little bird. This came in a happy mail from Starving Emma. Isn't it cute? I love it. Okay. So inside I've just lined it with some of that same upholstery fabric. These are from Upholstery Sample Books. And that's a fabric pocket as well. It's got denim down the spine and some lace there. Okay, so these are, you would have seen these before, similar. These are little images of envelopes and postcards and stamps and stuff that I'd chop out of an old stamp auction catalogue. And I've backed them with coffee dyed paper and just inked the edges. And you can just use them as little journaling cards or tags. This one was a sheet of stamps. It's got specimen on them. So cool. And, oops, sorry I bumped the camera. Well, I bumped my cord. Little envelope. This was sent to Phillip Street, Sydney. I can't see the year though. I think you can make it out, but I'm too blind to read it. And this one, Henry B. Smith. Actually, this stamp catalogue had a lot of envelopes with Henry B. Smith, so it must have been, he was the collector. Maybe he passed away and the family got rid of the collection. I really love these though. I think they make great little journaling cards. Okay, so this is front page. It's a picture out of a It's a diary, actually. It's quite big, so you had the numbers down here and the date up the top, so I've just chopped that off. Coffee dyed paper. That's just a little small page. And I've put a scrap paper flip, like a little notebook. And that's a bit of scrap fabric stitched up on the top. Isn't that pretty? I love that fabric on coffee dyed paper. I think it looks really pretty. I don't have much of that fabric left, actually. Just using little scraps at the moment. Some blue lined paper. This is a page out of, it's like a how to draw roses or something like that. What does it say? It says line drawing for the last rose. Oh, page 113. Little fabric tab. This is some blue accounting paper. Oh, my hands are so cold. It's so cold and windy. It's been like that for 2 weeks and my hands can't work. Yeah, that's blue accounting lined paper. That's some paper that I've dyed with just food colouring. Look, doesn't that look cool? I love that pooling effect. And it's been so windy for 2 weeks. I can't even dye more papers. I wanted to do some Halloween ones, but I've done the orange, but I can't get any purple done with this wind. This is, you would have seen this, I put it in all my journals. It's some old computer paper that I've got. It goes on the old, dot matrix printers. It had the little sprockets on the side. All the pages are, it comes in one big long thing. They're perforated and you tear them apart. I just love that paper. I'll be sad when it runs out. Just some little scrap fabric tab. I think that looks cute. Blue map page. And if you're new to junk journals, you're probably wondering, what can you do with this page or something like this page where there's text and lots of things. I mean, a lot of people might stick photos or receipts or tickets or something that you've collected on a trip or brochures or whatever. It's just kind of like a background page. Or you can even stick a little notepad paper or something on top and write on it. And this is just a background page. Some red accounting paper. Coffee dyed paper, and that's just got fabric edge kind of folded over and then stitched on. I like those trimmed pages. Actually, I'm going to do a whole bunch of fabric kind of trimmed and sewn pages for my Etsy because I get requests for that, but I don't have a lot of blank pages. This whole journal, let me think. Yes, everything in this journal, apart from ink and coffee and food colouring to dye pages, it's all recycled, rescued. So these blank pages that you see, they've actually been rescued from my husband's at work, the recycle bin. And so blank pages are kind of hard to come by because usually they got printing on one side. This is a fabric pocket in the centre of the first signature. So that's fabric. It's sewn around the edge. And what did I put inside? I can't remember. So that pocket, the signatures are the string from the first signature is down the middle there, and you'll see this is actually one of those gardening pages, and I did a video on how I do these center pockets. I'll put that link down below. But pretty much those gardening pages, some of the pages are ugly. They've got composting and stuff on them, and I just cover them with fabric to use them so you can see inside. So in that pocket, I've got some rainbow lorikeet and a parrot. It's a blank postcard. I think I've got 1 pack of these left in my shop. Oh, there may be more than one, but... And these are some little bluebird notebooks that I made. It's just a napkin. I had a video on that as well. It's easy. It's just napkin covered book page. So that's in the first pocket. Coffee dyed page. Accounting map. It's the other side of that computer paper. Put another little fabric thing. I was thinking of making a whole bunch of little... Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent, aren't I? My journal flip through is always so long. Some people don't like it, but too bad. So these little flower scrap little fabric thingies like this. Thinking of making a bunch for my Etsy. I don't know if anyone would be interested in something like that, just so you can glue down and use them as little tabs as well, or embellishments in your journals. I just think they're really cute, and I've got heaps of scrap fabric I want to use up, so I might just make some packs up and chuck them in really cheap just to get rid of fabric. This is some of the scrap upholstery fabric that I've used on the journal covers, this one and the previous journal. So I just used the little edges, the little ends to make a double pocket. That was a little journaling card that came in a happy mail from Tony from Kitty's Craft Australia. And this little tag was in a happy mail as well. And this was from Janine Durrell. Really pretty. I think this looks like it's off some sort of packaging. That's why, like, you know, in your journals, you can use more junk, like little packaging, really cute. I think that's like a gorgeous little tag. Whoop, get in there. And then the top pocket, I've got this little journaling card. This was just a picture out of a magazine. I thought it was so cute, and the shape of it is really gorgeous. I love this picture. So I've just cut it out to that shape that it was in the picture. And I've backed it onto, this is actually the inside of a security envelope. So, you know, the inside has got, you know, different little patterns. I actually like the patterns on the inside of the envelopes. So I've just backed it with some envelope and inked the edge with blue. I think that looks so cute. And I've put that there so the clock is sticking out. Blue lined paper, fabric tab. That's just a little pocket. If you want to know how to sew that, I've done a video. I'll link that below as well. That's just a little scrap cluster there. Just some little bits of paper with a blue stamp on it. You know, I love to use little paper scraps and fabric scraps. And in this pocket, I've just put some more little envelopes and little stamps from that stamp auction catalogue. I just think they're so cute. I stick those in every journal. You'll always see them. I've tried to pick blue ones to match the theme. So this is like an itty bitty little postcard. Look, it's so cute. I just think it's so cute. They make like little tickets, you know, and a stamp. You can write a little something on there. Now I was going to glue this down so this side was open and tuck something in there, but I completely forgot. But that's another option when you make these. You've got 2 pockets here and you can have a side tuck as well. This is that diary. Okay, that's the end of the first signature. I've left a little bit of gap between the signatures so that you've got room to grow, because the journal is full, but there's still plenty of room to grow. You know, glue stuff in. And that's some dyed paper. there were 2 little rips here, so I've just put some fabric over it as a little band-aid to repair. See? So you can still use your, when you coffee dye papers or dye them, if there's a little rip, just repair them. It's another page out of that How to Draw Roses book. Grid paper, little fabric tab, little half page, little scrap of lace there. It just opens up. Some blue lined notebook paper, little fabric tab. I love the look of fabric bits hanging over journals. This is like a work orders sheet or something for some company. I found a couple of different pads of business work orders and stuff like that at reverse garbage. I've just coffee dyed it. I just think it sounds yummy because it's really thin and crunchy. This is some crocheted cotton trim. Actually, it was the edging off a big tablecloth that I had cut up. Just made a little pocket. That's another one of the cards from Tony Williams. And just some little stationery paper. Can't recall what this was out of. Now, a few people say to me, why do you always say where everything's from? And I guess it's to kind of give you ideas where to find stuff to make junk journals yourself. You know, I want people to try and use more junk in their junk journals because like even these blank pages, it's not store-bought paper. It's paper that's already out there discarded in the world. And I think junk journals, unfortunately, they're straying from what they used to be. You know, I know a lot of people don't like to use junk mail in their journals because it looks ugly. And they've now been called trashy journals. But, you know, this is a junk journal. It's all junk, but it doesn't have to be just junk mail, if you know what I mean. You can find papers everywhere. And you don't need digital kits and scrapbook papers to make a nice journal. This is food packaging cardboard. And I've just painted it. Just painted the whole couple of pages of, I think it was a chemistry textbook. And glued them onto the whole big sheet of cardboard and just chopped it up. And that's just a little bird picture I found in a magazine. I thought it was really cute. So I'll put that there, just a bit of lace and scrap fabric, and then I've just stitched around the edge. This is out of a magazine as well, but it was the cover of the magazine. So this is the inside cover. So it's actually like a thick card. And that was the picture on the cover. This was the cover of an art magazine. The magazine's called Look. If you come across any of those, grab them because they have beautiful, beautiful pictures in them. It's all people's artwork. And this was the painting, a picture of the painting on the front cover. It was a lot bigger than this, but I had to cut it to size to fit. It was, you know, probably this long, but this wide. Isn't it pretty? And I decided not to cover the inside in that because it's got a picture of a bird and roses and that, which I thought was nice. Some blue lace down the edge. You may not be able to see it. It's really fine. Really pale blue. Yeah, just back to the junk journals. I think it's unfortunate that they've kind of strayed from what they used to be, which is, you know, all junk. And I know some people use a mixture of digital kits, scrapbook papers and junk. But I don't know, just seeing more and more junk journals made out of completely digital kits or scrapbook papers. And To me, they're just handmade journals. They're not junk journals. I don't know why everyone wants to put the word junk in there. I don't know. Maybe because they're going to fill it with junk once it's made. I'm not sure. That's some fabric with some little yellow flowers. And I've stuck that on this grid paper because this grid notebook, the whole top and bottom, it was like dog-eared and that. So I just put a bit of fabric over it to kind of cover the little dog ear. It's the end of the second signature. Oh, sorry, the middle of the second signature, the strings is where the little, I don't know if you saw. Okay, the middle of the second signature is where the little charms and the charm and the bead dangles off over the edge like that. Now, if that annoys you, you can just cut the string shorter and remove those, or put them on but shorter. Okay, where was I? So it's the end of the second signature, and this is the third signature. It's a page out of that rose book, and I've just put some of that rose fabric. This was coffee dyed blue photocopy paper. I think it turns out really nice. The original blue was kind of like that blue notepad paper, this colour. But once it's coffee dyed, I think it looks so nice and grungy. Some more fabric. So this one, on the back of this map page was the table of contents. And so I've just put a piece of pretty stationery paper, you know, from a writing set on top. Glued that down so you can write on it. And that's one way you can cover, you know, pages that are a bit ugly. So you can use any paper, just cover it up. Use pretty pictures from magazines. This is some old foolscap paper with the plastic down the side. It's discoloured over the years. It was like a pale green before. More grid paper. So the first and third signatures, I've put a pocket in the middle. And in the middle of this one, what have I put? Put another postcard. This is Powerhouse, Sydney, Australia. Some flowers. The Powerhouse is a museum. And this is a thank you on this side. And a guest check on this side. I think this might have come from Denise Howard, who sent me a happy mail. I've been hoarding that for so long. And a blue Rolodex card. So you don't have to keep them in these pockets or in this journal. Just use them somewhere for something. Get on with it. Fabric tab. It's another little scrap notebook. Little bits of paper, little scrap of fabric. Isn't this fabric beautiful? I love that. I have a feeling this fabric may have been from a lady named Jane Carter 2 years ago who sent me a happy mail. Really gorgeous fabric. I think I've used all that fabric up now. Actually, this was from Denise Howard. I do remember that. Little things to do list. And I've just glued it down as a belly band. And I've put a check requisition in there. It's from an investment bank. It's blank on the other side. Another little fabric flip. I love fabric in journals. So lots of writing space. Make it your own. That's the end of the last signature. you'll notice the lining on the front and back covers is different. And that's because this fabric, it's out of fabric sample books, and you only get one sheet of each, you know, pattern. So, but I like it. I like that they're different. And in there I've put one more little postcard to Secretary Films Division, Commonwealth Government, Sydney, Australia. Where's it from? I can't tell. I'm too blind. And some blue note paper. Actually, I think this was a little scrapbook paper pad that I found in an op shop somewhere. It goes in there. Okay, so that's my little journal. Hope you like it. I love the little bits dangling out. And this will be in my Etsy shop. Well, once you see this video, it'll be in there. And I am going to do some more patchwork cover journals, hard cover and soft cover. And if there's a particular colour you'd like to see, I know Kat, I asked her once, what colour should I do next? I asked her in my last video for this, and she said orange. And I actually think an orange patchwork cover will be nice. So, Kat, I will do an orange. And I think someone ages ago asked for pink. I just need to pull apart a whole bunch of you know, the upholstery books. They're really thick and heavy and hard to pull apart, actually. But yeah, I will do some more patchwork ones because I do want to get rid of a lot of the patchwork fabric. Look, I've got threads everywhere, and I think they turn out really nice. And you can further embellish this if you want. I've kept these quite clean. The previous one, I didn't put you know, anything like this on the cover. It was all just straight, neat. But this one I wanted to make it look a little bit more junky. Okay, that's it. I've waffled on enough, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.